How many of you go through the situation where, and then you forget about it, don't know what to do with it, and it just ends up in that drawer of mysterious goo or stuff that just grows out of nowhere? So today I'm doing one thing that in the culinary business, many of us hated to do, and that's inventory. So for those of you at home that don't want produce to go to waste, this one's for you. And it's one of the areas where AI can help. AI can take notes, take video, help you create an inventory sheet, and then meal plan to see what needs to move first so you're not stuck with a sad looking onion. This is what happens when can't cook every day anymore. All right, so I'm going to take my iPad and I will be working with ChatGPT on taking my inventory. So then after that, we can build some menus to make sure our produce does not go to waste, right? And so great thing here is if you want to get really technical with it, do it by weight, because then you can create recipes a lot easier. Eyeballing works, but the medium onion, this one's a medium onion, or
Once we have all the produce listed with their weights, we can come up with menus that use everything efficiently. This way, nothing goes to waste and you get the most out of your ingredients.
all right, inventory. For produce, we have a spring onion that's seen better days. It's 200 grams. Fresh snap pea to 195 grams.
All right, we've got fresh snap peas at 125 grams. I'll add that to the list.
All right, so I got 175 grams for 2 poblano peppers. Did you get that?
Yes, I got that. You have 2 poblano peppers weighing 175 grams in total. I'll add them to the inventory list.
I have this squash looking thing, 729 grams, but what is it?
Looks like a spaghetti squash. They usually have that oblong shape and yellow rind. I'll note it as a spaghetti squash at 729 grams.
You are correct.
Perfect. I'll keep that in the list.
Okay, here's something that maybe some use or not use, but it's fava beans, fresh fava beans.
420 grams of fresh fava beans. I'll note that down.
Quick note, how do I use these?
Are usually shelled from their pods. After removing them from the pods, you can blanch the beans in boiling water. This makes it easier to remove the tough outer skin. Once peeled, they can be sauteed, added to salads, stews, and pastas.
Great. This has a pack date of April 13th, whatever that means.
Date of April 13th means they were packaged on that day. Since they're sweet mini peppers, they typically stay fresh for about 2 to 3 weeks if stored properly in the fridge. It's a good idea to use them soon to ensure they're still crisp and flavorful. Anything else to add to the list?
Got one big head of red lettuce, 430 grams. Looks like it needs to go in the next 48 hours.
Used within the next 48 hours. I'll make a note of that. Anything else to know?
Then I have this thing of mixed herbs. Tell me what it is.
Sure. It looks like a pack of organic mixed herbs from Jacob's Farm. Usually, these packs contain a combination of herbs like thyme, rosemary, and sage. The specific mix can vary, but great for seasoning a variety of dishes. Are we all set now?
No.
That's the full list of your produce inventory.
Beautiful. So then that'll be it for produce right now. And then we will continue with our freezer section.
Sounds good. We've got the produce inventory set. Whenever you're ready, we can start on the freezer section.
It's one of the beauties now of AI. As you guys saw, or as you may have heard, as I'm going through it, it can recognize the product. And from what I've tested, it does a fairly good job. And then if you don't know the product, it'll look it up for you, as well as if you need some quick guidance as to what it is, you can ask on the spot. And then after this, we can compile everything we have and put it together and see what we can come up with. So, as I mentioned, with my back issues and stuff like that, there's days where even cooking at home is a problem. So what can I do to make sure all of this gets used up somehow as much as possible? And some of it maybe prep it for the next day, freeze it, but you can start to brainstorm even if you want to right on the spot. And of course, you don't even have to do the inventory with the ones that have like live feed, like Gemini or ChatGPT, and show a quick thing of what you got in your fridge. And hey, help me put something together right now. So there's a lot of ways to use that. And then, of course, you can get even more technical, right? By adding pricing and whatever you want to do. But it's a great way to try to streamline stuff where it comes to money, waste, and sabor. You've definitely got a lot of money, and I don't want to waste anything like my sad onion over there. As days go on, the sabor goes down. So we need to make sure that we save that. Yeah, I think that's a great way to begin our AI conversation or application. And stay tuned for more when we start putting this whole thing together.
Just show me what you've got, and I'll add it to the list.
Okay, so we have jovial gluten-free orzo.
Got it. Jovial gluten-free orzo. Is it open or closed?
It's closed.
Okay, what's next?
I have whole wheat pasta, closed box.
Closed box of Prosecco whole wheat silly. What else? A closed box of Bonza brown rice penne. What's next on the list?
Papa seca.
I see papa seca. Those are dried yellow potatoes.
It's not something most people carry, right? It's Peruvian staking.
Okay, that's a bag of 365 organic superfoods mix. Full. What should be well next?
We have wild grain rice.
I see a bag of Lundberg wild blend rice. Is that one open or closed?
Yes, it is half full. Then we got farros from Trader Joe's, 249 grams, and it's closed. Pinto beans, closed bag.
Okay. What's next?
So I have 2 closed bags of this French soup mix that I found on sale.
Got it. 2 bags of French style 7-bean soup mix. Always good to find it. Anything else? That's the full inventory. Anything else you'd like to do with this list? Maybe start planning some menus?
Not yet.
Thanks for working on it with me.
So that one was with Gemini, and so far so good. As you guys could see, though, it's a little slow, but I think as you get familiar with it, I mean, if anything, you could always do voice, but I think the picture one works best. I mean, works most efficient because all you do is just show them the package. And then that logs the package, the brand, and everything. If you want to get very technical, especially for businesses, anything that is liquid by weight. It's one of the big things about keeping liquor and everything like that. That's a good way to go so far. This is a lot of the stuff that I have in my pantry. I have a lot more, but just wanted to give you guys a quick insight as to what I store, what I pick up, and kind of the diversity. So then as the week goes on, the menu goes on, I have stuff to pick with. I'll put it into a master sheet and go from there and let AI help out with telling me what's in store, what's in my house. And at the same time, I can even have an estimate as to how much money is sitting in my pantry. So yeah, hopefully that give you guys some quick insights. All right. So now let's continue with the ever so growing dry spices, stuff that you buy and then same thing, it just collects in there. All right, so let's continue with our dry spice rack.
Excellent. Let's get those spices added.
This, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
That's a box of saffron. Anything else from your spice rack?
No, it is not saffron. It is XO sauce.
Ah, my mistake. I see Lee Kum Kee XO sauce now. Is there anything else from the spice rack, or should we add something else?
We have a achiote paste, imported saffron, half a gram.
Okay, got it. Added a half gram of saffron. What else is there?
Garlic granules or something.
Got it. 365 organic garlic granules. Anything else?
Pimenton, Spanish paprika, and it's 3/4 full.
Got it. A tin of Spanish pimenton, about 3/4 full. Are there any more spices to catalog, or are we done for now?
So now we got vinegars, Meyer lemon oil, basil infused.
Okay, log in 1/3 full of basil infused olive oil. What else have you got there?
Half a bottle of black truffle oil, 1/3 of white truffle oil, Persian lime oil, and this is half.
Okay, are we good now, or still more to come?
And then we got our drizzle, and this is 75% full. So far, Gemini let me down with one ingredient that was wrong with chat. So far, everything's been 100% correct. AI is still not perfect, but it's definitely getting there. So let me know if you guys try this out. All right, well, that took a long ass time. So the question is, if it took so long, why use it? Well, the setup always the first time when you do something, it's going to take you longer. And for those that tend to purchase recurring products, whether it's your dry spices, your favorite brands of pasta, or in restaurants, you order the same thing over and over because you have your product SKUs. Once this is set up, you don't need to go through the whole thing with pictures. You can record it in audio, do a voice memo, and let it transcribe it and then update it itself. So essentially, you're just talking to, and that's the voice recorder. So once you set up your system, that's a lot faster. So those are some of the things that can help you minimize your time, keep preventing waste, preventing from your money just going down the drain, right? From those dollars turning into cents, then turning into desperdicio, pérdida de dinero. So yeah, hopefully that kind of gives you guys an idea of what else. This is a good way to apply it not only for your home, your family, meal planning, random. If you're going to plan a meal, a party, it's another way to go for it. This is a good way to make sure stuff gets rotated, stuff gets used, because again, we buy stuff and we throw it in there, and next thing you know, we forget about it, or we take it out a few years later. And with produce, it helps you diversify even your diet. I mean, if you get tired of the same thing over and over, and there's plenty of things you can do with the same ingredients. And always think about those fork in the road type scenarios. So let me know if this works out for you guys, if you guys have tried something similar. The next one.